Hi everyone, this is Mel from Kindred Spirit Investigations. I'm going to go through the functions of the Mel Meter with you. At the top of the Mel Meter you can see that it has a little plastic knob. That's just for a light that comes on, and it also has this yellow thing here is a temperature probe. You can actually pull that in and out, which I'll show you how to do that later. And it has 6 buttons on the front. Now the Mel Meter is an EMF detector, which is an electromagnetic field detector, and it detects fluctuations within the environment. So it's very much like the K2. The K2 also does the same thing. However, the Mel Meter is much more sensitive than the K2, and it has other functions on it too that makes it that little bit better than the K2. So if we want to turn it on, we hold in the power button and the screen will come on. Now it shows you 2 readings. The first reading I've got it set to milligauss at the top. That's measuring the EMF, that's the magnetic field, electromagnetic field it's measuring. And also at the bottom it has temperature, which I've currently got set as Fahrenheit. So if you wanted to, you could record the milligauss, and you could also record the temperature. So say for example if you're walking around with this device in your hand and you're wanting to find if the temperature drops or if the EMF spikes, you can record that. So how you do that, you just press that once and you can see that the word record has come up. So now what that's doing is just recording all of the temperature. So say for example, I'm just going to move that around a bit and give it a bit of a shake. That's just recording everything that's just happened in that short space of time. I've just clicked that button again and now you can see that the word max has come up. Now what that's telling me, the readings that are on the screen, is that it's the maximum temperature and maximum milligauss from that period of time that I was recording. So the maximum milligauss was 10.6 and the maximum temperature was 76.3 Fahrenheit. So that's the maximum. If you press it again, it will tell you the minimum temperature. So the minimum was 0.0 milligauss and 75.4 Fahrenheit. So that is quite useful in investigations, because then you can see the peaks and the troughs. You can actually see the difference within the milligauss that you had within a particular type of investigation and within your temperature. So it could help give you some evidence. To get that recording off, you just hold it down and the word record will go, so we're no longer recording. Now sometimes when you're walking round in a building, for example, you do get a temperature, a cold spot, or you do get a spike in the EMF and you want to show people but you haven't been recording it. So one of the things you can do is click hold. Now I've just clicked hold on that and you can see the word hold has come up. What that's done is just frozen the screen. So you can basically prove that if you all of a sudden got a spike of 3.6 on your milligauss, which is extremely high, that you can see that and prove it to your friends, or prove it to the people that are there. So that's the hold function. The backlight, this is just, if you just press it, it just goes on and goes off. The backlight actually uses an awful lot of your battery. So if you can, try to use it without the battery, but if you can't, then it's not a problem. You just have to, it's better in the night time when you've got this lit up anyway, because then you can see it. But if you can, try to use it without. This here just helps you to change the units. It goes to Teslas there, and also you have the Fahrenheit. You can change it to milligauss as well. I like to use it on milligauss because it's more sensitive and you get a more you can see more difference in the readings. So we're going to go now to the range. It has 3 different ranges. It goes from 20,000, 200 and 2,000. I like to keep it on the 200 because again you tend to be able to see a lot more difference. Now I'm just going to let that go back. Just want to show you the difference between, some people leave the temperature on all the time when they're investigating. It actually is better if you turn the temperature off. So I'm going to prove this to you just by using the EMF pump. I'm just going to turn my EMF pump on and you will probably, it's probably too close actually there. So you can see that the quite high readings there, 32, 35, 37. I'm just going to turn it down, turn it off now, so that should go down now. Yeah, it's gone down virtually immediately. What I'm going to do now is just turn off that temperature at the bottom. So I'm just going to hold this button in and the temperature goes off. So what that does, it actually stops all the other functions of the temperature and it just concentrates on the milligals. It's actually much more sensitive. So when I put that on now, can you see how much more sensitive it is? Because the reading goes up much higher, and it's the same device, the same distance apart, but it's actually reacting much quicker. If I turn it off, it's gone down a lot quicker as well. So these are the functions of the Mel Meter. Have a go, have a play with it, and see how you do. Thank you.